Listen, it's working. Louis has the amber. I need to reach him. Louise's footprints must have gone this way.
What's up, you guys? This is One Classic Gamer here. Welcome back to some more RE4 Remake, Separate Ways. This is our Professional S Plus Chapter 5 run. So, if you guys have made it this far, thank you very, very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. This, I would say, is the longest chapter in the game. There's a lot going on in this chapter, and we are also fighting, in my opinion, the hardest boss in the entire game in this chapter as well, around like the midpoint. If you guys don't know who it is, I'm referring to Black Robe. Black Robe is easily, in my opinion, the hardest boss in this DLC. Like, no competition at all. I mean, the El Gigante fight is also really, really annoying. All the other boss fights in this game I don't think are really as bad. I mean, they're tough, but once you master them, they're nowhere near as bad. So when I come around the corner, I usually shoot that lantern down to burn those two guys. And if you're quick enough, you can burn the two of them like I just did and avoid being hit if you're a better player than me. But yeah, I need to stop demeaning myself all the time. I'm good at this game, okay? I actually enjoyed watching this run in particular, like for this chapter. I think I did pretty good in this chapter. Yeah, notice how I added the two pretties there. I am making no sense. So here at the top of these stairs is a velvet blue, and yeah, we're into this section now, which is nowhere near as bad as the rest of the chapter, in my opinion. Honestly, the hardest part is the boss in the middle. There are other tricky parts as well in this chapter. I mean, overall, this whole castle section fucking drags a lot longer than I thought it was going to, you know, and it was that way with the main game too. As much as I love this game and I love Separate Ways as well, the castle section, I love it as well, but I feel like the castle in both games, it just drags, you know? Like, it didn't really need to be as long as it was, but it just was, you know? The island's honestly my favorite fucking part of both games. I don't even know why. Like, it's the hardest part of the game, but I weirdly enjoy it the most, because when you manage to get through the island, it's just like the most satisfying shit ever, because you're going through literally the hardest part of, you know, the game, the hardest stretch. So we got one tentacle head guy left here, and we're just going to shoot him with the pistol. I don't know what's going on, but my computer is lagging right now. I hope it doesn't do that for the remainder of this. It's still lagging. Holy shit. I'm really surprised right now. And I'm hearing my computer struggle to run. Oh, because I'm playing this on fucking full quality. What if I put it to quarter resolution? There we go. That was my issue. Excuse me. Pardon me. I hope that doesn't come out too bad. I'm going to have to literally watch the last like 30 seconds to make sure that everything is fine. But yeah, this is when the Novistadors are going to come into the show, and we're going to have to deal with these guys. It's, you know, it is what it is. You guys know I'm not the hugest fan of the Novistadors, but, you know, they're not that bad to take care of, in my opinion. You just take care of these two guys right here, and we also got the merchant right here. So we're going to do a bunch of stuff here at the merchant, and I'm just listening to my computer right now, man. My computer's making a lot of noise. If you guys are ever wondering like what any of the background noise that you hear in these videos are, it's literally my computer. Like, I am recording this commentary through like my internal microphone, so you can kind of hear that background haze in the, in the background whenever you're watching these videos. But yeah, we're gonna get the case upgrade. We're also going to clear out some space on our inventory here. As you can see, I'm starting to use the auto sort feature, but I hadn't fully learned it yet. So we're going to buy the high-powered scope, some resources, and yeah. Overall, this stretch right here is not that hard. Like I said, it's the later part where, we have to fight the boss. And there's also the double Garrador room. That's the hardest part about this save in particular, which is, I believe, save 6. Yeah, we're doing save 6 here. Or we haven't made it to save 6, rather. So, like, basically this guy's going to jump out. There's also going to be an archer at the end here, and we're going to try to kill him. But if you can't kill him, then it's totally fine. Make sure you're keeping an eye in front of you at all times, because this fucker is going to try to attack you as well, but as long as you use the submachine gun to take out the shield, you should be fine. So yeah. So we're gonna take out this Novisador right here. I could have taken out the archer, but I wasn't paying attention, and sadly, not that Novisador, because he landed in that really weird spot. He didn't drop anything, which is really, really annoying. So we're going to use the key, or one of our small keys, to get this treasure here. And we're also going to pick up I believe the biosensor scope, but I don't think I ever use it at all in the game. In fact, we're gonna be selling a lot of stuff, because when we get to the boss in particular, we're gonna use the infinite rocket launcher, or not the infinite rocket launcher, just the regular rocket launcher, the single shot, for the second phase of the fight, because the first phase is honestly doable, but like the second phase is very long, and that's where, if I didn't use the rocket launcher, it would have killed this run entirely. I would not have been able to get through the game in the time limit. So stop right about here and shoot this guy with the crossbow with your sniper, and there's another one right here, but I got unlucky and he hit me. So just take him out, and yeah, it's obviously kind of hard to hit them, but because they move around a lot. Grab this treasure. Don't forget about this. As soon as we step out of this door, there are going to be 2 or 3 Novisadors, I believe. Actually, there's 2 of them. One of them is going to be camouflaged up here. All you need to do is just shoot it and let it fall down so that you can knife it. And there's another one that's going to fly at you. So there's 2 of them here. We're not going to worry about what that guy earlier dropped, because we're literally about to come back through here and get the treasure, because this is also a 100% run. Here, I don't know if I was coming here to kill this guy, or I just forgot that he was here, but he got this unlucky shot on me and took away a lot of my health. But thankfully I had some first aid spray. And yeah, take your time with this part, but don't really take your time. You still want to rush and get through it as quick as possible. So we're going to start off by coming back here to this section, and we're going to pull the sniper out, and there is a guy who's going to run up here, and we're basically just going to get him with the sniper, but I missed like twice, which is embarrassing. And then the last enemy, I believe, is Novisador, that is camouflaged up here on the wall. So you can just shoot it, knock it down, and then run up and knife it, and then you're pretty much chilling with the enemies. You can try to run through this part without taking out the enemies. I didn't do that because this save in particular is really, really hard. I actually think this chapter in particular, Chapter 5, might be the hardest chapter in the entire game. You know, I mean, Chapter 6 has some moments, but, I mean, Chapter 7 is also kind of tricky, but really, really easy in the end and simple. This chapter is just the longest one. It draws on for a while. And here the freaking case was really, really annoying me because I was trying to craft more ammo, but it kept going around in circles. But yeah, this is easily, I think, the hardest chapter in the game. I mean, if I had to rank them, you know, hardest chapter in the main game for me on Professional was Chapter 12. Hardest chapter in Separate Ways is this chapter, Chapter 5. So we got some water Novistadors that we're going to shoot with the submachine gun. The most important thing, I mean, like the previous chapters before this, is to just keep swapping between weapons and conserving as much ammo as you can. If you know, swap between weapons and don't focus on just using one weapon, then obviously you're going to save a lot more ammo. So it just comes down to knowing the enemies and how much ammo they usually take to go down and where to shoot them and blah, 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 and all that boring stuff that you don't really want me to articulate. You guys already know at this point. So there's a treasure here, grab it, and there's also a side quest here that we're going to do by shooting this fish here. And yeah, I believe we're at like an hour and like 28 minutes right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because I checked the clock earlier before we jumped down here, and it was like an hour 27. So congrats, first and foremost, for making it this far. Excuse my coughing, it's the winter allergies. Also, it's just, I'm a pothead, but you guys already knew that. So, there are, I think, 2 Novistadors down here. You can also use the pistol to get them, but I just really did not want to risk getting hit because I believe we're pretty low on herbs right now, and we need them for the double Garrador room, which is coming up. This is the first really, really hard part of the chapter because, you know, this is the room that I hated the most in the main game, and they do the same shit in this game. They throw 2 Garradors at you at once. I think on hardcore it was only 1 Garrador, but here in Professional they throw 2 of them at you basically. So I may be mistaken there. I honestly might need to go back and verify that myself. Because I already have, like, forgotten, but we're through the whole, like, sewer section, and, yeah, so this room, like I said, really fucking sucks. Again, I have no idea how Luis made it through this room without, you know, waking up the Garradors or having the door, like, locked on him or some shit like that, but this isn't a fucking, like, Cinema Sins or Gaming Sins video, okay? I'm just, you know, giving you guys some commentary to fill up this filler section of the video before we get to the good stuff. Man, I'm struggling to talk, so just prioritize crafting a shitload of blast arrows, and what I try to do here, and you can easily do it, is you can line up a shot and get both of them at the same time with one shot, but I was really, really unlucky, and I missed. So we're just going to use the blast arrows as much as we can. The great thing about the blast arrows is, as you can tell, it knocks them back and paralyzes them for a sec, and it also takes out other enemies, you know, in the same vicinity. The goal is to obviously avoid getting got by the fucking Garradors and dodge the enemies and try to take care of... I like to try to take care of the human enemies as quickly as I can, to be honest, because, yeah, like, they are a freaking problem. At this point, we've only got a few left, and thankfully, the double Garradors are taking care of them for me, so at this point, it's pretty much just them, and, yeah, I don't think human enemies continue to drop down. I may be wrong, but I did spend a decent amount of time here trying to take these guys out. So, and I you know, after that guy that we just saw, like, got killed by the Garrador, there wasn't a single other, like, lone enemy that jumped down after this. So now it's pretty much just them. So I'm using the sniper here to aim for their you know, their backs. It's like honestly the way you're going to kill these guys. And you can get a few lucky shots, you know, if you're in the right position. Just always be aware of situations like this when the other guy rushes you, and make sure you have something to heal yourself. Yeah. I think let me see. I was doing this for about, like, it looks like I was in this room in particular for about 2 minutes. So, if you can get through this room in 2 minutes, you should be golden, in my opinion. And if you do make it, then congrats. You've made it through the first really, really annoying part of this chapter. The next test is going to be the fucking boss, so get ready for that. Here I got lucky, and this guy did some damage to his partner by hitting him right there, and then that shot right there was enough to bring him down. And then at this point, I get the submachine gun out, and I was thankfully able to take this guy down too. I think we weakened them quite a bit when we were shooting them with the blast arrows earlier, so that's the end of that area. I think we're at like 132 or 133 now on the clock, so we're doing good. You know, we're doing good. So pat yourself on the back and catch a breath, because it's about to get a lot worse. So they do give you this really long elevator to kind of chill for a little bit, but there's a bunch of things we're going to do up ahead at the merchant, because we basically need enough money to purchase the rocket launcher, which is 160,000 pesetas. So, like, we're going to sell some weapons. You know, one of those weapons we're going to buy back literally at the end of the chapter so we could use it later on in the game. But, yeah, if you've been focusing on upgrading your weapons and your stats, the resale value of the weapon should be a lot higher. So I was able to have literally just enough to, like, you know, sell to him to basically buy the rocket launcher. But I didn't do that right away. I did some other stuff first. And then this is obviously where we're going to drop our next save. Save 6 out of 10, because it's going to get a lot harder, and trust me, you know, your chances of getting through this part right here without dying are really, really low, if it's your first time especially. So first we're going to sell them literally all the treasures that we have, literally everything, because we don't have any other treasures to inlay the gemstones with, so we can just sell them this stuff. And we're going to get, let's see, the resources. I'm trying to remember what we're getting here. And we're going to upgrade the Stingray and its power. We're also going to upgrade the sniper rifle, which is kind of ironic because we're literally about to sell it. We're going to upgrade the rate of the fire on the shotgun, but like I said, upgrading both of those weapons constantly will bring up the resale value, so that when you sell it, you can get enough money to basically buy that rocket launcher. So just reload everything you have. There's literally no reason for me to reload the rifle there, but whatever. We're going to drop the next save right here, like I said. So this is save 6 out of 10. Yeah, what we're going to do here now is we're going to use our spinels to trade all of our spinels for a bunch of velvet blues, and we can buy just enough of these to basically sell them back to him and get a decent amount of money. And we're going to sell the rifle ammo to him, the biosensor scope, the regular scope, the sawed-off shotgun, and the old sniper rifle. That's going to get us 161,000 pesetas, which is just enough to buy the rocket launcher. And yeah, when you are ready, just proceed on ahead to basically trigger the boss fight.
It's close. I need to put that thing down. on now. This spot will do. Type. Time to end this for good.
Okay, this fucking bitch right here. So, basically, the first thing I decided to do here during this fight was just unload on him with the blast arrows. All you gotta do is just keep shooting him, keep reloading, and then obviously don't shoot him until the laser is like literally on target. We're gonna exhaust all of our ammo here on him with the blast arrows, and then we're going to switch to the submachine gun and unload on him with that. This guy is a huge fucking bullet sponge, and he takes a lot of shots to actually like put down, but yeah, when he does that attack, I'd say it's the easiest to avoid, because literally you just don't get anywhere near those things and you should be fine. He does a like wide variation of attacks. Most of them though involve you pressing the button to evade, so just always be ready to press the circle button to evade him, because if not, he's gonna do damage on you really quick, and you're gonna die really quick and be super frustrated and pissed off. I think I died the most probably here at this point in the game. Sadly, I don't have a death montage for you guys like I did with the main game, because at this point I was just, you know, more focused on getting through these videos and not like actually doing commentary, like live commentary. So I recorded all of these, you know, without commentary. But yeah, this was definitely the part where I was like the most frustrated fighting this guy, because it's so simple in concept. All you gotta do is beat this first phase, and then as soon as you're done with this first phase, you're golden. You know, you can then basically get him with the rocket launcher during the second phase, which is what we're going to do. And I'm not going to talk through that part in particular because it's so fucking fast. And then it's over. The fight is over, and you're pretty much onto the easier stuff again in the chapter, in my opinion. So, yeah, we're using the sniper now, and just be ready for him to do those attacks. And, yeah, we're going to use this opportunity to basically run back and grab this. I think, did we grab it already? I can't remember if we did or not. We may have already grabbed it, to be honest. So we're going to use this final herb here that we have at our disposal. And he's almost dead. So like I said, as soon as the second phase starts, we are going to use the rocket launcher to finish him off. So just don't fire the rocket launcher until you have a clear shot on him. And at this point in this phase, he is just about dead. Okay, and now we're going to take this opportunity to loot the area because there's plenty of stuff here that we can grab, which is good for us because it gives us the opportunity to resupply and, reload everything. But yeah, that's in my opinion, the most annoying fight in the game. There is another fight later on we're also going to be using the rocket launcher for. It's the Sadler fight, but we're not there yet, so I'm going to let the next few minutes or so play out because there's a lot of dialogue and like cutscene, like movie moments. So yeah, enjoy.
Ada! A bad guy. Krauser just stole the amber. Leon's fighting him now.
I'm on my way.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to make it. I'll send you my files. They should help.
The amber, Luis. Where is it?
Thank you for the chance to do good again.
What are you saying?
I'm grateful. Like I said, I'm just your good old Samaritan. How about you help Leon when I'm gone, eh? Speaking of... sounds like he needs me. Leon!
Luis, the goodbye's gonna have to wait. You're not getting away. Leon, there's only time to say this once, so listen up. They took your friend to the top of the clock tower. If you hurry, you might get there before she turns into one of them.
So you aren't heartless after all. I guess I should be thankful.
Yeah, you should. Now, back to Krauser.
Alright, and we're at the clock tower. I'm just kidding, though. The clock tower, thankfully, is nowhere near as bad in this game. If you guys saw my professional death montage, which sadly not a lot of you did, and if you're watching this video, I just gotta say right now, if you want some, if you really want to see how much I struggled to get through the game, watch my death montage. It is 100% worth it in my opinion. There's a little cutscene here, but I decided literally just to talk over it anyway because it was just a few seconds of Krauser skitzing and fucking jumping over the staircase for no reason. So we do have this one enemy that drops down here. There's two enemies in this area that we have to deal with. One, this guy right here, which is really, really easy. We're back to basic enemies. Unlike Chapter 4, which gave you, plenty of, opportunities to rest in between, the hard parts, this chapter, in my opinion, is literally just, one encounter onto the next, onto the next, onto the next, basically. And it requires a lot of, perfection, a lot of mastering of the chapter itself, knowing where the enemies are and what to expect. But there's one more enemy up here. Once you take him out, he's also a tentacle head guy. I forgot about that. So we're going to shoot him, and yeah, looking at it right now, we are almost done with the chapter. We just got one or two more crazy parts coming up ahead. But we're also about to drop our next save. Yeah, we've saved twice in this chapter. It's honestly necessary because, you know, you could try to get through the rest of the chapter, but I wouldn't recommend it because that boss just really fucking sucks, and having to fight him again is not fun at all, so... Yeah, we're gonna wait a little bit here, and then let go of the wheel and jump down, and this part, you know, is super easy. There's nothing to really walk you guys through here with this part. We're just gonna make a run for it and then jump underneath the door. So that's the end of that section. Now we're kind of back in like the caves again. A lot of caves in this chapter for some reason. And it's at this point in the run, by the way, where I beat the game with like a couple seconds to spare, got the trophies and everything, and I still have the footage of me getting the trophies. But then like the next day I decided to reload this save in particular because I forgot to do this side quest again, and tried to see if I could get through it a little bit faster. So literally what you're about to watch is, you know, I mean, it's obviously the successful attempt, but it's not the first time that I beat the game on professional. This is going to be like my second time doing it that you're going to be seeing. But you know, it you know, it's all in continuity as usual because I'm showing you guys literally like save for save, you know, how I got through this stuff. So we bought the shotgun back from him because we're going to use it. Yeah, we do have this like Goonies like section coming up with all these like weird traps, and there's two guys to knife here, and we're gonna do some pretty crazy stuff in this section. You know, it's all to make it to the very end of the chapter and survive basically. So we're gonna get those two guys, we're gonna destroy these crates, and man, I feel like I'm running out of shit to say. Thank God we're approaching the end of this. So there's one enemy here, and I think sometimes it becomes a tentacle head, but thankfully this time it didn't. So we're gonna grab those blast arrows. We're also gonna grab this shot. We're gonna pull the shotgun out and use it to take care of this shield. Another reason why you want to buy the shotgun back is these shield motherfuckers, you know. But we will be getting a charm in the next chapter. That yes, we're using a charm in this run as well. That'll help us like basically pull shields off of guys, so we don't have to worry about their shields getting in the way. And it is a purchasable item at the shop, so I mean, I don't really want to hear anyone tell me that I cheated this, because I really didn't. You know, if it was any of the bonus weapons that you can get from, you know, the after you beat the game, then yeah, I see it as cheating. But if it's something that is literally available at the shop to be purchased, I personally don't consider it to be cheating, you know? So here we're going to take out those two guys and then knife that last guy, and we're pretty much in the clear for now with the regular-ass enemies, the basic-ass enemies. There's some crates up here that you can destroy to get some stuff, and yeah, we're doing alright here so far, so just keep it up. We're almost done with the chapter. You're almost done with the chapter. If you've been following me up until this point, you're amazing. Congrats again for the third time in the video, me saying that. There's the first bug right there. I mean, this is all about patience, because these things will instantly kill you. As soon as you come around the corner here, if you're lucky, you can shoot this guy in the face and it'll like one-shot him. If it doesn't, it'll knock him back and it'll give you time to literally run for this treasure here. And you can use the trap to your advantage to actually take these guys out. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use the shotgun to just like shoot them and get like keep them off of us, and then make a run for it basically. So we have one more enemy we have to deal with in the middle of all these traps, and then it's out into like the little courtyard area where there's a bunch of enemies out there, but at this point we're just going to run through it because, you know, we just need to get the last Novisa door and finish the chapter and save as much time as possible. So shoot this treasure up here and then run. This guy, if you do like a zigzag pattern, obviously he's not going to be as accurate and he probably won't hit you. The worst is like literally when you're right underneath the trap and he hits you and it stuns you and then you get killed by the trap. But thankfully that didn't happen to me. The second Novisa door is up here. What we're going to do now is we're going to take the sniper out. We're going to take this guy out. For some reason, I got some bad RNG there, and he took one shot or two shots to the head to like fucking die. Once you take these 3 enemies out, we're going to make a run for it up these stairs. With the flash grenade equipped, we're going to chuck it up the stairs to take care of this guy. You don't have to, like, just don't even worry about looting the area or getting any of the ammo because we don't have the time. There are so many enemies here, and getting through this would be really, really hard if you were going for everything. So stun those guys and shoot the last Novisa door up there. Shoot this barrel, and then if you're quick enough, you can get up these stairs without this guy at the top of the stairs grabbing you. But I was unlucky enough to get grabbed by him. But thankfully, I survived, and yeah, just basically keep fucking running. As soon as you get to the ladder, you're pretty much in the clear at that point, and you're done. So that's the rest of the hard shit.
Ashley!
Leon!
Such a fool, Mr. Kennedy, to have been bestowed with Lord Sattler's grace, and yet failed to...
Good boy. Just keep him busy a little longer. Krauser has possession of the amber.
You continue to disappoint me.
I'll have it back before long.
See that you do. The mission must proceed as planned.
Understood. Gotta keep the client happy.
Okay, and that's pretty much the end of Chapter 5. There are some enemies here in this section as well, but we're going to avoid them entirely. I had a pretty embarrassing moment because I got hit here by this guy. He literally brought me to, like, near death. And then I, like, wasted a shitload of pistol shots trying to shoot this treasure down because I was panicking at this point. I didn't want to fail this. But, yeah. We got one treasure here. We're going to grab it and then just pretty much make a run for it. So, yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please comment, like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Watch out for that guy right there. There's another crate here that we're going to smash to get some ammo. And, yeah, I'll see you next time on Chapter 6. Peace. Damn it. Leon.
Ah, damn it.
Looking for something?